Beautiful evening and welcome to yet another exciting edition of Echo Sports on Echo FM 100.7 Owera. It's a cold evening, but not to worry, because by the time we delve into the world of sports, I'm pretty sure that you're about to forget the coldness and think about being sporty. Alright, my name is Kachi Sports. I'm a first coming man, Wasabi. And I'm on, of course, this particular evening to bring you the latest from the world of sports to make sure that you're up to speed with what's up in the world of sports. Alright, time check now is 33 minutes gone past the hour of 6 p.m. And it's time for Echo Sports. Time for us to go into the world of sports and talk about what's up and what's happening in the world of sports. A whole lot of transfer news. Big up surprise for Manchester United. Nobody saw Tielemans coming to United, but it's happened. Tielemans is on his way to Manchester United. The Belgian international from Aston Villa. All right, we are having a 2 days break, or a day break if you ask me, before we begin the semi-final of the, of course, FIFA World Cup. We'll be talking about a couple of things this evening, especially beginning with the World Cup, and then we definitely will journey back home and look at so many developing stories from the world of sports. Well, at this particular moment, it's necessary that I begin with the news with respect to the officials that will be in charge of that semi-final World Cup encounter. I tell you something, FIFA, according to news, FIFA has announced the match officials for the match 101 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It is called match 101 of the FIFA 2026 World Cup with experienced Salvadorian referee Ivan Baton. He is set to officiate the blockbuster semi-final between France and Spain. The World Cup governing body confirmed the appointments in a post they released, of course, on the X account on Monday. According to the news, it says the match officials for FIFA World Cup match 101 has been appointed. According to FIFA, Baton will be in charge of the highly anticipated clash at Dallas Stadium on Tuesday, July the 14th, as kickoff time, of course, you know, is at 3 p.m. That is just EST, but for us here, it will be by 8. News said the Baton will be assisted by fellow Salvadorian David Moran as assistant referee 1, while Argentine's Antonio Popuro has been named as assistant referee 2. Sweden's Glenn Lieberg will serve as the 4th official, with compatriot Mahmoud Beige appointed as the reserve assistant referee. The appointment places Baton in charge of one of the biggest features of the tournament, with 2 European football giants battling for a place in the 2026 World Cup final. Now, France booked their place, of course, you know, in the last 4 after an impressive run again, as they've relied on blend of defensive solidity alongside attacking flair. Kylian Mbappe is the one leading the Les Blues as they aim to reach yet another super duper final of the World Cup. Remember that they did this same thing. They lifted the trophy in 2018, and of course, they were also runners up in 2022. That is a back-to-back final for the Les Blues of France. Then Spain, on their own part, have emerged as one of the tournament's standout performers, as Barcelona star Lamine Yamal Of course, the young man has been shining as much as he can in this particular World Cup. The former world champions have impressed with their possession style based football. Talking about the Spanish side, they have the youth energy, youthful energy is there, clinical finishing, as well as they've come to this World Cup looking for the second title, having last won this competition the first time the World Cup came to Africa, which was in 2010. Spain beat Netherlands 1-0 in that particular final. Well, Tuesday's encounter, of course, is going to be to renew one of Europe's, top or biggest football rivalry. That's going to happen in the semi-final of this particular World Cup. Both nations boast rich World Cup histories, and both of them have at least won the World Cup before. Talking about the two countries now. Of course, anybody who loses tomorrow, will be thinking of the playoff round of 16, and the winner will progress to the final to expect what will happen between England and Argentina. The French semi-final is one of the marquee features of the 2026 World Cup, as it is pitting two European successful clubs, one of the most successful countries of football nations together or against each other this time around. France are chasing a record extending 5th appearance in the FIFA World Cup final. Le Bleu lifted the trophy, of course, in their home soil for the first time. That was in 1998 when Zuzou and co did that. That was when the current, coach Didier Deschamps was a player and their captain. Since then, Didier Deschamps has gone on to win the World Cup as a coach and led the Le Bleu of France to the final of the World Cup the last time out. Remember that in 2006 and 2002, France were runners-up. In 2022, I beg your pardon, they were runners-up. As a victory over Spain, we see them reach a third consecutive World Cup final. 2018, that was in Russia, and then Qatar 2022, they were also in the final. This time, they're going to go get there again. We're talking about Spain now. For themselves, they are seeking for, only their second appearance in the World Cup final. The La Roja won their maiden edition, or the first title of the World Cup. The time for themselves, they won it in 2010, defeating the Netherlands 1-0, like I said earlier on. But they've not returned to the. They are now returning to the semi-final since then. This is the first time they're making it into the semi-final. A win over France would end the 16-year wait for the biggest football prize for Spain. The two nations have met just once previously at the World Cup, with France coming from behind to defeat Spain 3-1 in the round of 16 of the 2006 World Cup. The one that the Le Blues went all the way but lost to the Italian squad Azzurri. The two nations, of course, are about to size themselves up. The encounter will rekindle their rivalry following Spain's 2-1 victory over France in the UEFA Europa League semi-final. That was in 2024, a result that propelled the Spaniards to the European title, with a place in the 2026 FIFA World Cup now at stake. We are about to see a crazy cracker encounter between the Spanish national team and, of course, the French national team. Which side are you going to pitch come tomorrow? Senegal sack Pape Thiaw after World Cup exit. The Senegal Football Federation, they've terminated the contract of coach Pape Thiaw after the Triangle Alliance crashed out of the World Cup in a very scandalous fashion. The African champions lost their round of 32 match 3-2 to Belgium to leave the competition in a game that they were totally in control before the Belgian side began to find their way back into the match. Announcing the decision that was on Sunday, the federation said all of the coach staff, all of them, all the people that are involved, all the people that are with Pape Thiaw, all of them have been asked to bye-bye. The message says, following a meeting of the executive committee, it was decided to initiate proceedings to relieve national team coach Pape Thiaw, as well as the entire coaching staff of their duties. That is the information that sacked Oga Pape Thiaw. You have done your best. At least you led your country to the final of the last Nations Cup. But then we didn't see the kind of, Senegalese team that we saw at the Nations Cup. We were hoping and expecting that they would have been the African country that would go as far as possible in this particular World Cup. Of course, alongside Morocco, who themselves managed to get to the quarterfinals. But the Senegalese national team lost scandalously, like I said earlier on. Another interesting story. Moving away from Africa, we'll still come back to Africa. Remember, he's still talking about the FIFA World Cup. We'll go to the club football news later on. And of course, we'll also touch back home later on. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has said FIFA will examine, will look into, may consider, or will consider, either way you want to put it, the possibility of expanding the World Cup by a further 16 nations to make it 64 teams in the 2030 edition of the World Cup. Did you hear what I said? Now, I'm going to throw the phone line open today against our culture of waiting till towards the end. I'll throw the phone line very open today so that you can begin to make your contributions from as early as possible. But remember, when you call, just 1 minute, 60 seconds for your contribution, because as you do your contribution, as we discuss along the line, I'll also be bringing you up to speed with other sports stories with me here this particular evening. So when I throw the phone lines open, when I throw it open, just use 1 minute to make your contribution, and then we'll move on. Back to the news. The 2030 tournament, talking about the FIFA World Cup, the next edition of it will be spread across 6 nations and 3 continents. Have you heard that before? Are you aware of that? Next World Cup some people are saying that this World Cup is big. Of course, next World Cup, with the way things are going, looks like it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. In this particular World Cup, we are seeing 3 countries on the same continent, then North America. But this time around, with what we are getting, with the news coming from FIFA, the rumor, whatever you're going to call it, we are about to see 6 nations involved this time around. And these 6 nations cut across 3 continents: Africa, Europe, and South America. But there's a developing story following that particular news. Well, like I said before, the 2030 tournament will spread across 6 countries and 3 continents. Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay, they are scheduled to host 1 match each at the start of the tournament before we move every other thing to Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. But there is a developing story now. The South Americans are saying no. If it is possible for 3 countries, to host this, it's our chance. You can't just give us 3 matches, and then after giving us 3 matches, you're taking the tournament away from us. It's our time. We want to also host the World Cup. We want to feel it. We want to be part of it in full. Maybe based on this particular, this news, this particular interest coming from the South American FAs. It looks like FIFA may leverage on that now to expand the World Cup to 64 teams. What do you think about this? That's the first question coming your way this particular evening. Echo Sports on Echo FM 100.7 over with me, Catchy Sports. So like I said before, let me break it down. There is news, we've heard it, that the FIFA president said it's possible that FIFA may consider expanding the World Cup to 64 teams come the next edition of it. Now, that's 16 teams in addition to the 48 we are having right now. And you know that the 2030 edition of the World Cup is going to be the 100th anniversary of it. Remember, the World Cup began in 1930. That was in Uruguay, the first country to host and win the World Cup anyways. Now, 100 years on, remember Africa as a continent has hosted just once, that was 2010. Now, 100 years on, Africa will have another chance to host, but this time around as co-host, because the major hosts of next World Cup will be Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. Now, but just for the centenary purposes, just, to mark some of, the 100-year anniversary, FIFA decided to take 3 matches, I think the 3 of the opening matches, to the South Americas. And now, Uruguay, Paraguay, and Argentina, initial agreement was that they are to host 1 match each. That's 3 matches. before we move back to probably to Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. But now we are hearing rumors are abound that the South American continent, I mean, the FAs are saying no. We don't just want to host 3 matches and then it's all for us. No, it's an opportunity that has come to our doorstep. We want to share also in hosting a full tournament. Now, the question I want to ask is simple. Judging by what we've seen so far in this particular expanded edition of the World Cup, do you agree? Do you think it is feasible? Do you think it is okay for FIFA to expand the number of countries attending the World Cup to 60-something, based on what we've seen so far, the success recorded so far, or the failures recorded so far, based on your own observation as a follower of football? Do you think it is necessary for FIFA to expand to 60-something, and then the call by the South American FAs, the South American countries, 3 of them, that look, we want to be fully involved, expand this tournament. Let's also have full let more matches be played on our own continent. Do you think it is feasible? Is it practicable? Or do you think we should at least have another edition that has only 48 teams and then do another experiment, see what's up before we expand to 64? That's the first question coming your way this evening. I told you we're going to throw the phone line open this evening because it will be more of a conversational outing this particular evening. 0911 20022, 0911 20022, 0707 454 1014, 0707 454 1014. You can drop your message on WhatsApp on 0707 491 3438. That is 0707 491 3438. Do you think FIFA should expand the World Cup now, or wait for us to see what's up with this 48 teams to see if it's going to work again? How well has it worked? Do you think FIFA should go ahead and expand? Since we're going to have, 6 countries in all involved in the next World Cup, why not expand the number of participating countries? Like I said before, if you called in just 1 minute to make a contribution, and let's move on. All right, news coming all the way from Uruguay. I'll tell you that news after this time around. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening to you and welcome to the show, brother.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm great, and you, brother?
I'm good. My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Morocco.
Sammy, you're welcome to the show. This is Kachi Sports and this is Echo Sports this evening.
Well, I don't have much to say. I just want to say kudos to FIFA in the number of teams that will play in the next World Cup. And kudos to the 4 countries that are going to play tomorrow and next. And also, please, I would love for you to give me update on AC Milan, if they sign any new players and other information, please.
All right, definitely we'll get you the piece of information with respect to AC Milan signing if time permits us. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bye.
Bye, my brother. Thank you for coming through. 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. For the WhatsApp messages, 0707 491 3438. You can be part of the conversation. Should we expand the World Cup? Should FIFA go ahead and expand the World Cup now, or wait a bit to see how this one pans out? Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome to the show.
Yes. Please, you said that the FIFA want to expand the World Cup.
Yeah, but it would be more beautiful if you let us know where you're calling us from.
Oh, please, this is Innocent calling from Onega.
You're welcome.
River State, yes.
Yeah.
So it's a welcome development because, soccer is like a festival to the whole world. Look at this year. Nigerians are not there. You can see that, there was that excitement was not there, though they are watching. But when countries are participating, I'm telling you, they are happy. Everybody wants to go to the thing to watch their country play.
Yeah.
So when they are many, the fun will be there. So it's a welcome development. I love that. Let them make sure that it will be a reality. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The last caller is in support of the expansion, even the caller before last. All right. All right, all the way from Uruguay, we've got some news, breaking news. Uruguay had a very, I would say, poor outing in the last World Cup. They couldn't even make it from a group stage that has to Cape Verde in the particular group. But then, for them to get into the new life, for them to revive, for them to start as early as possible ahead of the next World Cup, the Uruguay FA have come up to announce as the signing of a new coach. Yes, news coming from Uruguay. It says legendary forward Diego Forlan is the new head coach of the Uruguay national team. Diego Forlan is the new coach of the Uruguay national team. You know him, Diego Forlan. He was very fantastic and very fantabulous, helping the Uruguay national team to get to the semi-final of the 2010 edition of the World Cup. Of course, Uruguay are two-time champions of the world. The first country to host the World Cup and win it. Of course, the 2010 World Cup Golden Ball winner, talking about Diego Forlan, and former Copa America champion, will, of course, hold a double duty. At the moment, he is the coach of the Uruguay under-20. And he's also been appointed as the coach of the national team. Now, at the moment, till March next year, it is said that he will be in charge of both the under-20 and the national team before March next year. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Kachi. My own brother from another mother.
I greet you in a special way this evening, brother. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, my brother. This is 100% combination. How are you?
I'm great, my brother. It's been a couple of times. It's been a while. It's been some time.
Tell you, my brother, it's been a while. Thank God for hearing your voice. So
yes, so we are here.
I hope all is well.
All is pretty well by the grace of God.
Thank you. So you're now at Echo FM.
I've been here for a couple of times, brother. Are you getting to know now? I've been here for some time.
My brother, though I wasn't around, I traveled some time ago. You understand?
All right.
I'm back.
All right. I'm now with Echo, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Well, I love your show. Thank you for the evening breakfast.
Thank you so much.
My brother, you have seen the World Cup. The men have been separating from the boys this time around. It will be a cracker. Between the four remaining teams, most especially France and Spain.
Spain, yeah.
My brother, the classic supper. But finally, I'm giving it to France national team. You understand? Okay. And the other semi-finals, Argentina and England. After much, I still give it to England. Okay. And the final will look like after much. I have seen Spanish, to take the day. And yesterday, on Saturday, Imo State female team, they failed to bring the trophy. My brother, I didn't feel good about that, but all the same, they have tried.
Yeah, for them to get to the final, yeah, because anybody can win a penalty.
Yeah. I'm so surprised. They really performed good. I still pray to them to go back to their drawing board. Maybe next season
and
they will make it.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
I'm happy to hear your voice. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, brother. I'm also very happy to hear your voice. It's been some time now I've not heard from you. I'm happy to hear from your brother, Yves Collins. Good evening to you. All right, that one is gone. Don't forget to still Echo Sports on Echo FM 100.7 over with me, Kachu Sports. And we are looking at developments around the world of sports. All right, someone has spoken this evening and I am taking it seriously. His name is Victor OSIMHEN, but before then, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, welcome. Yes, my brother, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, how is work?
We thank God for his mercy. His work is moving zoom.
Yeah, I'm calling from Obete in Hajiboma local government area.
All right, what's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Ugochukwu Kensile.
You're welcome, Mr. Ugochukwu Kensile. You had our question?
Yeah. Yes, I had it. The FIFA to extend this tournament to 68 teams is good. I support that. So the other teams that have not played for World Cup, they have the opportunity to come.
Looking at how Cape Verde has become a hot cake now after appearing for the first time.
Yeah, it's a surprise something to all of all the world, because Cape Verde, they're African, they made us proud. They want other African teams that have not participated to follow suit. So I'm happy. Let them do it.
All right.
That's good for everyone.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of it. You are in support of the expansion. I said that the next edition of the World Cup, talking about the 2030, because we are in the semi-final of this current World Cup, and there's no doubt that we're almost done with this. I will just have, 4 matches, four matches. I think 4 matches. Yeah, 2 semi-finals, third place playoff, and the final. 4 matches, and we're done with this particular World Cup. So we are already looking ahead. While we're looking at the developments, taking place in this particular World Cup, FIFA are considering expanding the number of countries that participate at the World Cup. 48 now, maybe 64 in the next edition. Why? Because it's going to be that particular edition will be hosted in 6 countries, 1 African, 2 European, and 3 South African countries. I beg your pardon, South American countries. So it is possible, for us to have, expanded. And like I said before, there is rumor, there is interest reawakening in the mind of the South African countries, South American countries, talking about the Argentines of this world, the Brazils of this world, the Paraguays of this world, the Uruguays of this world. 3 of the matches, 3 of the opening matches will be played. That's in commemoration of the centenary, talking about the 100 years anniversary of the World Cup. The World Cup began in 1930, and then, of course, 2030 will be 100 years it started. Now, there is a consideration that 3 matches will be played, 1 in Uruguay, before now, 1 in Uruguay, 1 in Paraguay, and then 1 in Argentina. But the Argentine FAs are saying, no, this thing we don't reach us like this now. We've started smelling it. I mean, why do you want to take this thing away after, after just 3 matches? So there's that rumor, there's that possibility, and FIFA themselves are beginning to murmur that it is possible for us to have an expanded, number of countries in the next edition of the World Cup. Now I'm asking this evening, judging from what you've seen so far, of course, somebody just called and reminded me of Cape Verde. Before now, I just want to also give you this news. Cape Verde have as a country, they've stopped, accepting visa on arrival policy. Before now, that's the policy in Cape Verde. But because of the way this country has surged, because of the way interest in this country has surged, they now say, no, many people are interested in us now. They are being careful, They're now saying they are canceling their visa on arrival policy, talking about Cape Verde. So you see how the World Cup can bring a blessing, can, take somebody or some people from nowhere to somewhere. If you look at Vozinho, who is the goalkeeper of the Cape Verdean national team and one of their biggest heroes at this World Cup, the guy is getting a lot of attention now, and even in social media, his number of followers has surged. So I mean, some people are looking at it and say, okay, since this World Cup can make somebody from nobody to somebody, maybe it's also good for FIFA to expand. Others are also looking at it to say, is it not too early? We're just trying to finish 48 teams. Can FIFA just wait? Let's try this 48 teams for about 2 or 3 times, because if FIFA take it to 64, I don't think it's going to be possible to bring it back again. Now, but beyond 2030, that's another question. Now, beyond 2030, when you're no longer, you may, because 2034 will be hosted by one country, talking about Saudi Arabia. If you expand to 64, when it comes to when one country will host it, like Saudi Arabia, can they absorb these 64 countries and do what is involved? Because if you say FIFA should expand, it's okay. But what if it gets to where, like in 2034, when Saudi Arabia will be hosting alone, is it possible that Saudi will, absorb this whole pressure? These are some of the things to be considered before saying, okay, FIFA should go ahead and expand. But some people are saying, no, it's possible for anything to happen. It's possible to expand so that it will give, this will give opportunity to countries that have not participated or that don't even think they will. That will open door for them. So what do you think? On which divide are you? Before then, let me let you know that Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has disclosed. He has said he has plans to return to school and obtain a university degree despite the success he has recorded in professional football. I want you to hear me this evening. I am back home. Victor Osimhen has come out to spark discussion online. we can call him successful striker because he's shown that he is a successful striker, professionally speaking. Now, he's come to say that he is having a plan to return to school. Of course, in an interview, in an Insta blog, which came out, it's trending today. The Galatasaray star man is saying that he is reflecting on education, life lessons, and the importance of preparing for life after football. When the guy was talking in the interview, he acknowledged that while life has taught him a valuable lesson outside the classroom, formal education remains something he hopes to complete. Now, I'm saying this for a reason, so that you know, this Victor Osimhen news is very interesting. Osimhen is interested in returning to classroom, returning to school after the success is recorded already. He said life has taught him a lot of lessons, but he still wants to go and complete his formal education. The 2023 African Footballer of the Year said, although football has transformed his life, he is very much aware that playing career has a limited span. That is, you can't play football forever. Of course, a lot of our former, former ex-internationals who at the point itself were asking for something to eat. We're asking for help. We're asking for assistance. This Osimhen story should teach you, a current player, a potential footballer, one or two lessons. That's why I'm coming up. The 2023 African Footballer of the Year has said, though, no matter what, that he's interested in going back to school. Osimhen explained that one of his motivations is to encourage young people who may have abandoned their education because of financial hardship or other challenges. Yes, Osimhen had challenges that didn't make him to go to school, but he has surmounted that particular challenge, and he still says he wants to go back to school. He said he wants to demonstrate that dropping out of school does not have to mean the end of one's academic journey. Do you get it now? The comments have resonated with many Nigerians, particularly because Osimhen's rise in football stardom was shaped by humble beginnings and, of course, personal sacrifices before establishing himself among European elite scorers. Osimhen, who was born in Edo State, first gained his international recognition after finishing as top goal scorer at the 2015 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, where he helped Nigeria to win the tournament. After that, he played for VfL Wolfsburg in Germany. He also played in Belgian league with Charleroi, and he moved to French league, where he played with Lille, before he completed a dramatic and a huge move to Napoli in 2020. During his time in Napoli, Osimhen was able to break the jinx of 30 years of waiting for Napoli, because Napoli had to wait for 30 years. They bought so many strikers of the world, so many big players of the world, tried to revive the team and win the Italian Scudetto, but they could not do it until a certain Victor Osimhen showed up. Well, during his time in Italy, he became one of the world's top sought-after forwards, winning the Serie A Golden Boot, as well as leading, like I said before, the Italian side to their, I think that was in 33 years, not even 30 years, to their first Scudetto in 33. That's since after Maradona left them. Of course, he later joined the Turkish side, talking about Galatasaray, where he has also become a champion or two. Beyond his exploits on the pitch, Osimhen said he wants to go back to classroom. Do you understand? Silico Sports on Echo FM 100.7 over. Still on the African side, Confederation of African Football President Patrice Motsepe is on the news. Patrice Motsepe is on the news, and he has come to express sadness over the death of South African international Mamelodi Sundowns midfielder Jaden Adams. I'm sure you have heard about that boy Jaden Adams, who played in all South African matches in the last World Cup, who is no longer with us. Well, it's heartbreaking. I mean, if someone told anybody that Jaden Adams will not be around till the end of the World Cup, a World Cup which he participated in, played for South Africa, if someone told him that by now that he will not be alive to see the end of the World Cup, maybe it will be like a story. Stories like this teach us one or two lessons. Moving on, in a condolence message, Motsepe described the 25-year-old as one who represents South Africa in the 2026 World Cup and was part of the Mamelodi Sundowns side that won the 2026 Total Energies CAF Champions League, and that was in Rabat, Morocco. Well, on behalf of CAF and their 54-member association, Motsepe extend condolences to the South African Football Federation, SAFA, his president, Danny Jordan, Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club, and Adams family. Before joining Mamelodi Sundowns, Adams played for Stellenbosch FC and recently became a regular member of the South African national team, talking about the Bafana Bafana. Mosebe concluded that tribute when he prayed for the player, for the late midfielder to rest in peace. I don't know if you know, we lost a South African midfielder, a young man, 25 years of age, who played, for South African national team, the Bafana Bafana, in the last World Cup, or should I say the last World Cup now, the ongoing World Cup, sorry. He was there. He played, gave his all, but then just 2 weeks after South Africa exited the World Cup, less than 2 weeks after South Africa left the World Cup, or we are ousted from the World Cup, where are we? We are no longer with Jaden Adams. A lesson for all of us. Still Echo Sports, and we're still on the first question. Do you think FIFA should expand the World Cup or allow it to 48? Good evening to you and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Taki. Hello, Timere.
Adamu, my own darling brother, welcome to the show.
Yeah, this is the voice of Emeka Wangel. That's my greatest fan ever.
Mekus, the champion of England. Who knows?
Champion of England.
Yes, so.
It's not easy. Kachi, you know that Arsenal have 8 players remaining in this World Cup.
Yes.
This semi-final.
Yes, it's not a surprise. Now, after all, they are the champions of England.
I'm proud of them. It's not easy.
Yeah.
We have 8 players remaining who is going to play for this semi-final.
Yeah.
So it's a great achievement from Arsenal. You understand?
Yeah.
Our players are doing well. They are doing well. We have 4 players in the semi-final. It's a great achievement from Arsenal.
Seriously.
Yes. Talking about the FIFA extending the number of countries in the World Cup.
Yeah.
I don't support the idea, Kachi. I don't go lie for you.
Okay.
I don't go lie. How can they be increasing it? No. It will look boring from my own side.
Okay.
So let them stop increasing the number. Let it be like this. So I don't like the idea of increasing it.
All right.
At least Africa have a 10 slot. 10 countries.
Yes.
Yeah, with 10 is okay. It's okay. Then concerning the death of the South African player.
Yes.
Yes, it's so sad that he represented his country in this ongoing World Cup, and the World Cup has not finished. And
he's no longer here.
No longer with us. It's so sad. Very, very terrible. So I'm not happy for his death.
All right.
I'm not. May you so rest in peace.
Amen, my brother.
Yeah. So and for Victor Osimhen going back to school, it's a good thing. Okay. It's a good thing. Education is for life. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
All right.
If he can go back to school to obtain a PhD degree, it will be good for him. Thank you, Kachi. You're doing well.
Thank you so much, brother. You're doing well too. All right, over to Ghana. Ghana are ready now to return the services of head coach Carlos Queiroz beyond the expiration of his current contract, which will be terminated or which will be over by the end of this month. The experienced Portuguese tactician, according to news, is expected to sign a new 2-year contract with the Ghanaian Football Association after guiding the Black Stars to the qualification to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Queiroz impressed the Ghanaian football authorities with his work ethics, as well as the way he has been able to conduct himself and the Ghanaian national team for the duration he stayed with them. And they have proposed extension, and that extension has seen the leadership of Ghana Football Federation shown that they have confidence in his leadership. Now, with Ghana's place at the 2026 World Cup already, of course, it was already gone and gone. They say they want the man to continue. The former Portugal, Iran, and Egypt coach will now be tasked with building on Ghana's recent progress, of course, to see what they can do in the next AFCON. Because the next AFCON title should be what will be the, paramount focus of the Ghanaian football now. All right, away from Ghana, back home, Super Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie says Nigeria will reach the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. She said the Nigerian women team will approach the 2026 WAFCON with discipline, match mentality, and total focus as the reigning champions are getting ready to go and defend their title. While she was talking to news people, the three-time reigning African women's goalkeeper of the year said the team focus, main focus now is to is to make sure that they are focused throughout the tournament while pursuing two key objectives. Number one is to retain the WAFCON title, and number two is to secure qualification for the FIFA Women's World Cup. Well, Chiamaka Nnadozie has come out to the news. Nigeria, that are already we are record 10-time champions, will compete in Group C alongside Egypt, Zambia, and tournament debutant Malawi at the competition, which will take place from July the 26th of this month to August the 16th in Morocco. The former Paris FC goalkeeper welcomed the explanation. She welcomed the expansion of the tournament from 12 to 16 teams, describing it as a positive development that will raise the level of competition across the continent. She also dismissed suggestions that some groups are significantly stronger than others, as she said that the growing standard of women football in Africa means that every opponent deserves the maximum respect and equal respect. Despite acknowledging the challenges ahead, the 24-year-old expressed confidence in Nigeria's ability to compete for the title. Now that comes the next question. Come 26th of this month, WAFCON will begin in Morocco. The Super Falcons of Nigeria are the defending champions. Judging from what you have seen so far, they've been able to involve in four friendly matches, but just to two countries only. I think 4 matches here, home and away. I think with Cameroon, they've done that one with Algeria. And if you look at the preparation of the Super Falcons, can you conclude that probably or positively that we can retain the title? Do you think so? From the way things are going now, from what Chiamaka Nnadozie has said, from what you can observe, is it possible that the Super Falcons of Nigeria will make it 11th time? I mean, would they make Nigeria 11th-time champions in Morocco, beginning from the 26th of this particular month? Don't forget that the competition will run, in Rabat, Morocco. That's where it's going to take place. And the question is, another cities in Morocco anyways. Question is, do you think that the Super Falcons can retain the Nations Cup? According to report, has turned down a proposal from the Egyptian Football Federation, FIFA in short form, seeking to increase the number of Egyptian clubs participating in the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup in the 2026-27 edition. Hear me now. The Egyptian FA have come out boldly to say that they think they deserve more teams in CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup. But CAF said no. According to reports, the EFA had requested that Egypt be allowed to field more teams in Africa's 2 premium football competitions as they cite the country's strong performances and the competitiveness of their domestic league. However, CAF has rejected that particular proposal, meaning Egypt will continue to have current allocation of clubs in CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup. The decision shows that the existing qualification system of CAF inter-club competition remains unchanged ahead of the 2026-2027 edition, with member stations expected to retain their current slot based on CAF's regulations. Now, Egyptians, are they being greedy, or they are trying to show that, well, we have a strong team, we have always had a presence here, we deserve to be giving more clubs? All right. Good evening to you.
Mr. Kachiogo, go, my brother. I come back. Honor Bigwe calling.
Honor Bigwe, 1 more minute for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. My brother, see, I'm too much happy with Victor Osimhen. You understand? That guy is a guy of wisdom. He has so many wisdom. And by this kind of his thinking and arrangement, you can see now most players will emulate him. not only to play football. Football has the limitations. You understand? But academically, that one can't until you have something as a retired person. You understand?
Yes, definitely.
So it is good for him to continue his academic careers. And coming to Chiamaka Nnadozie, I like her determination. You understand? You see, in football in Nigeria, what the men cannot do, the women are doing it.
And doing it very well.
Very, very, very well. I'm so much happy with the Chiamaka Nnadozie and the Super Falcons. They will bring it to the big party. If you can watch that their finals with Morocco, my brother, you can never ever forget that final. They made Morocco to cry. They will go there and to repeat it. This one now is the 11th commandment. La Decima is over. They are now going to command that 11th commandment. So I'm so much happy with them. My brother, have a night.
You too, brother. All right, so much in support of them. All right, so let's go Sports on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. Okay, AC Milan. Now, somebody asked about AC Milan transfer news, and that's going to come your way now. AC Milan they have finalized the 28 million euro signing of Spanish centre-back Mario Gila from Lazio. Additionally, the club is in talks to sell left-back Pervis Estupiñán to Aston Villa, while new manager Ruben Amorim is looking to add a playmaker, a wing-back, and possibly reinforce the midfielder. So, the confirmed signing for AC Milan so far, the arrivals are Mario Gila, who joined from Lazio for 28 million. The guy has agreed personal terms and is completing his medical and contract signings. Another person is Goncalo Ramos, who they have brought in earlier this last month. He signed earlier July to bolster the attack. Rumors for AC Milan Pervis Estupiñán to Aston Villa is in advanced talk with Milan to sign the left back as the representative. Of course, they are looking at Lucas Digne replacement. Midfield targets for Milan, they are looking at Fulham's João Palhinha and Manchester United's Christian Eriksen. Luka Modric is another rumor for AC Milan. Rumors persist regarding the legendary midfielder's potential stay at as Amorim is interested in keeping him. So that's it for AC Milan transfer news. All right, we also have news. A big surprise for Manchester United fans. I told you guys earlier on. Surprise deal is already completed now. 41 million euro release clause to Aston Villa as personal terms have been agreed. Jurgen Tielemans of Belgium has said yes to Manchester United project, and he will be the second midfielder to be brought in by Fletcher after Andre Santos of Chelsea. The deal for Ederson is off. The deal for Inter Milan Ederson is off. Julian Alvarez is now, according to report, open to join Arsenal, although his preference remains to stay in Spain. News say Arsenal are pushing to get the deal done before the preseason with competition for the striker now on a high. People are beginning to cool off anyways. Andre Bata is the man leading for Arsenal's negotiation with Atletico Madrid in this particular news, and who we understand is demanding, Atletico Madrid are demanding 100 million for Alvarez, while Arsenal are prepared to pay 90. If a deal, if a deal is possible, of course, I want to ask, do you think this guy should go there? Okay, so after the Manchester United deal for Ederson did not go through, Atlanta, his club, has prepared a new package for him. New contract valid for 5 years is set now to be sent next week. Ederson already left England after extra medical checks. Ederson can decide what to do. Sign new deal for Atlanta 5 years or available for market with 10 months left in his contract. Atlanta insists Ederson is fit and ready to play immediately. Manchester United, they think he's not fit and they did not sign him. All right, it's important to let you know, immediately after the World Cup, every World Cup year, players will be ready to move. There will be players ready to move. Let's take this call. Good evening to you. My own personal person. Welcome to the show.
I greet you, brother.
I greet you too.
You are doing what you know how to do best.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, my name is Sonny. I come from Akwa.
Sonny, you're welcome. Highly welcome.
Thank you. Well, I commend Victor OSIMHEN, on his idea of going back to school. Yes, you can't beat education. Education is the best. So I commend him for that. Then coming to the World Cup, catching my mind, I think England to leave this tournament. But it's not by mouth, it's what you can do.
It's what you can do.
So let's see how it goes. This is Clash of Titans. So let's see how it goes.
All right.
Kachi, I beg any updates on Chelsea transfer and new signing?
Definitely, I go give you update sharply. Trust me on that one.
And say the other time I asked you about updates about HALLAND. Say you do so.
Yes, I simply said HALLAND for now. Of course, they have not resumed their training. HALLAND is still on a recess. Immediately they resume their training. Definitely, you get a feedback from me.
Okay. My brother, keep it up,
Thank you so
We're
much.
enjoying your show.
Thank you so much, brother. Like I told you, very important one. 10 players at the moment who have shown at the World Cup. After the World Cup, every particular season, big players or some players move. You know about James Rodriguez in 2010 World Cup. You also know about so many other players who usually move immediately after the World Cup. Okay, I have one more caller to talk about. Good evening.
Good evening, Kasim International.
Yeah, Tochi, my brother, welcome to the show.
Yes, the AKA is coming home.
AKA is coming home.
Yes, it's coming home. Gradually the cup is coming home.
Is it coming home now?
That's what got. Yeah, it will finally come home now.
Okay.
We're not to compete with anybody, They are going to play Argentina, which is their mate. Understand? Now, now we go test the set of Argentina. Not Argentina playing Switzerland, Jordan, and Egypt. Understand? Yes. Talking about France and Spain. My brother, I give it to Spain. Understand? Because it's a matter of the possession. I don't think France will get that chance to score Spain. Then, talking about my club, Manchester United, what's happening to us on Kati? The team that is playing for Champions League, these stingy people, owner, understand? Leave their family and let them release the money and buy players now. Mechanic have done his work by qualifying for Champions, so I don't want to blame this someone if they refuse to sign quality player for him. Understand? So this one they are saying let them sign quality players. Understand? Right. So I don't want to talk about it because I'm very, very angry with the owner of Man U. That's what I think. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tochi. Angry with the owner of Man U. You got to take it easy. You can't be angry with somebody as far as England. All right, Chelsea have unveiled XAVI Alonso officially as their head coach. Every word XAVI said on Enzo Fernandez. Of course, he has, after the Chelsea unveiled XAVI Alonso, he says some things about some of the key players. Enzo Fernandez, he wants Enzo Fernandez to stay. Alejandro Garnacho, he says Alejandro Garnacho can go. It depends on, he said, what is important is what's good for everybody. XAVI outlined his vision for Chelsea in his first press conference as manager. He currently took charge of, he currently took charge of training for the first time, where he got to meet his players one-on-one. For XAVI, he arrived at pivotal time for the club after last season's poor outing. We saw the English side finish 10th in the Premier League. He also joined Chelsea just as Marc Cucurella swapped Stamford Bridge for Real Madrid. While also there's uncertainty now surrounding Enzo Fernandez. There's certainty surrounding him. He has also told his players that he expects, via an in-house media interview with the club, he said that he would like Fernandes to stay. But again, from the look of things, Fernandes himself is pushing to go. He said, well, first of all, he greeted everybody, said, when they asked him how ready he is to manage a club that has Chelsea's size, he said he wants to enjoy it. He wants to be part of the club, and work together with the sports directors, with the players, with everybody to make sure that he gets the best. And then, when, like I told you, when they asked him about former Manchester United player Garnacho, from the way he sounded, it looks like Garnacho may leave Chelsea. May leave Chelsea after he said if he's not Chelsea, nothing more will happen again. Hello, good evening and welcome to the show. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Great Gunners calling. The man that based in Benin, but came back to my state to have one or two things.
You're welcome.
The Great Gunner. Yeah. One thing I don't like my team, Arsenal. They always delay in signing. They will price, they will negotiate, they will talk, and before you know it, other team go and buy. It's just that last season, when Andre Beta came, that was when we were able to buy. And when they talk, they buy immediately. But it's like they have started what they are known of. When as the Wenger was there, they will pinpoint all the players at the end.
They will not get anyone.
Now they are the England champion. The money is there. I know how much they made last season. They shouldn't waste time. Julian Alvarez was bought, I think, 90 million by Atletico Madrid from Manchester City. And I see no reason why they should be pricing him 90, because Simone and the management will not agree. Yes. And Alvarez doesn't want to go to Arsenal. If Barcelona is not willing or they don't have money, and I know that Real Madrid will not buy again because they are rivals. So Arsenal will just let them bring that 100 and pay.
All right.
And go for that, because what happened 2004, 2003, 2004 should not repeat itself. After winning it, they could not reinforce the team. Then they were still using the same players, so they should reinforce the team very well in every department.
All right.
So that they will be able to achieve better results next season. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Arsenal man. All right, let's look at players that are possibly or likely going to make move based on their performance at the ongoing World Cup. Number one is Orlando Gil, who plays for Paraguay. The 25-year-old goalkeeper was one of the tournament's biggest revelation, producing series of match-winning saves. Maybe he's going to leave now. He's a Paraguayan player. He's done very well. Vozinha of Cape Verde, I beg your pardon. Of course, you know, the 40-year-old veteran goalkeeper who played against 3 former world champions and never allowed them to beat him in 90 minutes. Elijah Just, New Zealand, another powerful player. We also have Tim Payne of New Zealand. Sidney Lopez Cabral, Cape Verde, another player. We have Juliano Quenenas of Mexico, another prolific player who has done well at this World Cup. Antonio Nusa of Norway. That guy was very instrumental for Norway's run to the quarterfinal. Ayub Boadi of Morocco, the 18-year-old player who plays for France. Many clubs are calling for him. Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal. Everybody is looking for that particular young player. Yohan Diomande of Ivory Coast. Even Ivory Coast didn't run so very fine this particular tournament. Yohan Diomande has shown why RB Leipzig are holding so tight on him. And we also have Johan Manzambi. Johan Manzambi is on his way to Aston Villa. Aston Villa, but the Newcastle overhead. And before Newcastle will be doing like Arsenal, like their fan just said now, before they could say Jack and Gielo, that Swiss midfield sensation, Johan Manzambi, is on his way to Aston Villa. All right, that's where I'm going to match break. Don't worry, Coach Sports will return again tomorrow evening, same time, same station. Then Nobody Sports Chef definitely will be around. He's unavoidably absent today. And of course, you've listened to the one and only Catchy Sports My friends also call me Man Wesabi, and I also call Kachinwa KNO. We run this thing for a reason, and we do it to make sure that you feel at home. So we'll come again tomorrow evening. This is me saying, Hakuna Matata. Do have yourself a super duper evening. Please take cold water because the weather is absolutely chill.